Hello my friends, Bob Lee here. In this video I've been doing some few shop projects that to help improve my vac system on the central vac, and I've added another vac for my table saw because the central vac was not working as well as I wanted it to. So just a few things that I wanted to show you what I've been up to. And so let me show you what I've been doing. Okay, I've got this new plug strip from Harbor Freight. Now that plug strip that I'm going to put along this area right here is going to be for my router table and a new dust collection system for the table. All right, I got the plug mold up on the bench there. I'm eventually going to have to put a plug over below that panel right there so that this cord can plug in. Okay, this is what I ended up with, and I've got the plug strip plugged into that, so that's going to work. One of the things that's bothered me about the central vac since I put it in was this line that I ran out to my table saw. It hooks into the manifold system over here, and that's going to get redone, and so is this line, because this goes across a aisleway that I sometimes use, and I've been tripping over this for about the past year and a half. So I've got something to change it, but that's one of the changes that I'm making to my Okay, shop. I got the tube removed and across the floor, and now I'm going to do my alternative dust collecting for just the table saw alone. And it's all gonna kind of sit in this area here. I redid the manifold, took one of the gates out, so I only have two now. One's gonna feed kind of the bandsaw. One gate feeds the bandsaw, and the other one feeds the joiner. And I got my gates cleaned up and sealed up so that the system pulls a little bit more vacuum on each line. Part of the new system, or systems, is going to be, I bought myself a wall hanging dust collector from Grizzly. I guess it's a GO710. And we're going to rig this to the table saw all by itself. And I have leftover pieces that I'm going to be using with it. Okay, I've got a little platform. These units are made to hang on the wall, but I'm going to put this one kind of like horizontal so that the bag goes out past the platform. Okay, there's the Grizzly unit, and it's hooked directly up to my table saw. What a difference. It pulls all the sawdust out of the homemade hopper that is underneath my table saw, because my Craftsman wasn't built for dust collection at the time that it was made, because it was really made in the early 70s, and dust collection wasn't that important back then. You can see that the pipe goes right into a flange, and right there is my homemade hopper for underneath my table saw. Part of what I found with the dust collecting system, I was strung out so far with the table saw that it was hard for it to work. I was stretched out almost 60-70 feet by the time I got to the table saw, and it just wasn't working quite as well as I wished that it had. So the Harbor Freight system that I have works pretty well. I'm very well satisfied with it, with the joiner and my planer and the one sander that I've got hooked up to it. The bandsaw doesn't have quite the best dust collection system. It works, but not anything like what I want. But the table saw is so far at the end of the line that this is why I'm redoing parts of my system. I kind of took a lesson from David Petruto, He has several of these wall hanging systems in his new shop and designates like one area for one of these wall hanging units. So I'm going to give it a try and see what happens. Well, thanks for watching, and if you like what you see, please subscribe. Have a great day.